Well, hello. What's up? What's up? That's really loud. We'll go to -6. I like that better. I like that for you. I like it for me. All right. Anyway, quick video, maybe, depending on how quick sick I am. Feel free, if you're new here, you could chat and I will see it, as long as I remember to look over to see it. Let me take these off because it kind of messes with me when I'm doing my stream now. But we are on day 92. Again, can't do math, and whatever numbers I had up there before was wrong. I made a video yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. It was either yesterday or the day before. And I had just cut a whole bunch out this plant. And the reason I'm making this video is because we are literally 2 more days deep, and I just kind of want to show you what I did to the plant and where it's at and how much more has been taken off this thing, and it's crazy. It's a lot. But this is, if you were watching the last video, what I'm talking about when I say you got to kind of stay on top of things, pay attention, make sure that the plant gets lots of air down below, all that good stuff. But yes, feel free to comment in the chat, and when I look over, hopefully I will see it and say hi back. But again, I'm about to show you where we're at, and again, this is crazy. If you look back at the last video, maybe it was day 90 recently that I just posted, and look at that. I had just cut everything, and then so where that video was, I had already done it. Now you're about to see 2 days later. This is crazy. So let me, without further ado, I don't want to make you wait anymore. Let me cut to the other video so you can straight see where we're at, because it's pretty insane. It's pretty insane. So if you look, these are both my ladies. There's a lot of little leaves because these were pretty much all the stuff underneath. Now, if you look at all those tops. That's a lot of tops. Each one of those are a top. Like, that is a beast. And then we got this one over here. Look at all those tops. So many tops. That's a fat stem. It's probably not going to focus right, but that is a meaty fat stem. Like, so, you know, when you low stress train it, oh, look at that. That's not good. That's not good. We don't want that. Let's scoot that over. Hold up. Let's scoot that over. Alrighty. Well, okay. I tried to scoot this a little more in the middle for the lights and for the, you know, to stretch out a little bit. I'm going to have to figure out something to do. That did come with a hose, so I can kind of shoot it up a little bit away from the plant, so that'll work fine. But, like, look at all of these tops. That is insane. And it's only going to, you know, be more as it goes up. Now, that's at a pretty good height. That's at a pretty good height. Not too tall, but already bushing. And if we go from the top view, so I still have to kind of fill this corner in. But you see, I started bending these branches down, so it's going to start filling up this area a little bit more over here. Hopefully, like, it should shoot up pretty quick. I mean, it is pretty low, but life will find a way, Jeff Goldblum. But if you look, it's all pretty uniform. I got it all pretty uniform in height, which is kind of what you want. And some of these stems, like that one's pretty twisted. Oh, this is the one. That's what I'm looking for. That one looks crazy. It's like sideways and up. But this is a big old cluster. Now, I had to... There are so many close encounters going on in here. I might actually have to get rid of some of those just so they can grow up a little and actually have room to do so, because that's a lot going on in that little section. But yeah, I just kind of want to... Now look, this is so... Look at all this that I took off. Like, that's a lot. I just did all this from 2 plants. And I did this, I probably had the same, if not a little bit less, last time I did this 2 days ago. But you see, like all the lower stuff, eventually there's going to be nothing down here. Just going to be stems. And that's what you kind of want. So that's what I kind of did. I thinned out most everything. I tried to make sure I let it, air can penetrate in there now. So that's cool. I'm bending more stuff outwards. I topped a lot of these as well. A lot of all of these have been topped. I don't know if it's going to zoom in on it too well. You can see I kind of topped it, and it's growing off center, which is fine. Still 2 shoots. Top that one. I topped, look at how all 3 of those. These are all, actually 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stems. So close. That's crazy. That thing is a beast. And again, I've been using time-lapse cameras on these babies. So that's pretty cool. But it's crazy. 2 days. 2 days. And I just throw this out in the yard for the deer to eat. We got deer right outside, so they love this shit. But I wasn't sure if I'd be able to flower by the end of March or not, or by the end of this month or not. But this has already grown so much in 2 days that I think because right when it hits this bar is when I want to flower it, and then it'll kind of give it some room to stretch, and I still have room to move this light up. But I got my fans, charcoal filter, Spider Farmer light, my security camera. I can watch this shit from anywhere. It's pretty nice. But yeah, man, pretty good setup so far. The only issue I foresee now is the humidity. However, as this plant matures and gets bigger, I might not have to worry as much because it'll be breathing a lot more in here. Why is it focusing on the wrong thing? But yeah, let's see if there's any chats. Nobody in the chat. All right, cool. Anyway, so yeah, just wanted to give a quick update. But you're getting close when you're cutting all the lower stuff off. So I'm still, I cut a lot off, so I'm gonna give it time before I start attacking the rest of it and let the stuff, because I did top it as well. So I don't want to go too hard on the plant. I've already gone what I consider probably hard enough. You know what? I could probably switch this like that. There we go. I like that better. Cool. I didn't even think about it. That works. I could probably even put them both in the same direction, I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay. Cool. Problem solved. See, we're doing things live. Figuring it out live. But seriously, that's a lot of freaking tops, man. I remember I was counting, just like in this section alone. Now, every one of these, you got to count for 2. Because there's going to be 2 heads on every one. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 tops right there alone. And those are going to double once they get bigger. So the goal is to kind of have the meat in the middle bush out, which is what I'm slowly getting them to do here. But that humidifier does come with a tube, so I can stretch it up and move it. But this is crazy, man. These auto pots are a game changer. And that's pretty much it for this video. I just kind of wanted to show how much I had to take off 2 days later and how these guys are looking. But pretty soon you'll see no leaves from here all the way up to here even. It'll just be a bunch of stems, and they're all just going to get super fat over time. So I'm really excited. But that's another thing with topping it and stuff, is your plant doesn't grow too fast. It kind of slows it down when you top it. So it gives these branches time to thicken up and be able to support when it gets taller. But man, this one. This one is crazy. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll keep updating you if there's anything crazy. But I took so much off, and it just looks so different than what it was. I wanted to film this today. I wanted to document it. So that's what I did. But yeah, that should probably do it for this video. I got nothing more unless anybody has questions. Anybody got them questions? Cool. All right. Well, sweet. Do a camera flip. Blah blah. Well, on that note, I will probably just see you next time when I be doing this. I'm sure I'll have more stuff pulled down. I'm sure it's going to be a lot bushier. It's going to be crazy. So until next time, we will see you again. Something like that.